Hello Money Heist lovers, welcome to our channel. I think we all know that this series was almost a flop until Netflix came to the rescue and it became popular worldwide with millions and millions of fans to the point where Neymar also wanted to be cast in the series since he fell in love with it. But that's not all. There's a lot more to this series than you can imagine, with many questions being asked around. But don't you worry, we are here to answer them for you, so stick around and be amazed. Let us begin with the location of the filming. This is not meant to break your hearts, but the series was never filmed at the Royal Mint of Spain. They never got the permission to do that. They had to be creative and create a similar looking location. So, for this reason, the scenes that were shot outside of the Royal Mint were actually shot outside the building of the Spanish National Research Council, or the CSIS, and the rest of the series was shot in a studio. Coming to Denver's laugh. Played by Jamie Lorente, many ask if that's his real laugh. The answer is no. Believe it or not, the laugh was already in the script even before he was casted. In the script, it was simply called the trashy laughter, and each actor that auditioned for the role interpreted it differently. Why did they name it La Casa de Papel? That was not the first choice of name for the series. In fact, it was supposed to be named Los Desahuciados, which translated to the outcasts, which they later changed it to La Casa de Papel, which translates to the House of Paper. But when it came to the English-speaking audience, they gave the name Money Heist, which is not even close to the actual name. For this reason, there are still some people who think Money Heist and La Casa de Papel are two different series. Another one is, did the professor also have a city name? The answer is yes. In the series, his code name besides the name he took after his profession is Vatican City. Who would have thought, right? Talking about the professor, we all know he chose criminals for the heist. But did you know that the robbers or criminals chosen for the heist were all supposed to have terminal illnesses, and that's how the series would end? But apparently, that did not happen, and we can all look forward to the next season with maximum characters. Why city names? Many people are very intrigued by that. Seems like a very well thought idea, right? But sadly, no. Believe it or not, the idea all started when the creator of the series, Alex Pina, showed up to work with a t-shirt that had Tokyo written on it, not knowing it would be the start of something big. So that way, Tokyo was the first character to be named and the one chosen to narrate the story, although she was the third choice of character for narrator, Professor being the first and Moscow the second. Knowing that the series was about to have an abrupt ending, but instead became a global hit after Netflix came into play, you must be wondering how long it took to write such a beautiful and precise script. Well, it didn't take the writer that long. The script was written along with the filming of the episodes. It's called the art of parallel writing. The actors only received their scripts while shooting, so even they did not know their fate in the next episode. What were the most difficult scenes? Since the series was so precisely filmed, the audience would like to know what scenes were the most difficult to film. According to the makers, when this question was asked, they revealed that the scuba, where they had to take the money out from the vault filled with water, and the money throwing scenes were the two most difficult scenes. To capture the submerged vault, the crew had to rebuild a set inside of a special filming tank, or as some say, on top of a large swimming pool, and there were many problems they had to face. First, they started to float, and then they needed to be drilled down. They even started to collapse under the water pressure. The money-throwing distraction was the season's real nightmare. Not only was it next to impossible to launch the Euros in the way the director wanted, but the weather also kept changing. Getting the scenes right took a lot of quick thinking and corrections. Next most frequently asked question is, how did they make all that money? According to Netflix, in the series, they used newspaper printing equipment and supplies to give the heist and the fake bills an authentic look and feel. The biggest help came from the ABC newspaper of Spain, which created thousands of paper notes. Now, you must be wondering why they chose the Dali mask. The masks were chosen as a tribute to Salvador Dali. Salvador Domingo Felipe Jacinto Dali y Dominic was a Spanish surrealist artist who contributed and shaped the world of art. His bizarre style and anti-modern capitalist views left a big mark on both the Spanish and the world art scene. The Spanish people, including the creators of the show, being a proud nation, used his famous face on the mask as a way to pay respect and to attract attention yet again to the artwork of this artist and to revive his memory. Lastly, let us talk about the well-known song and soundtrack played several times in the series. Bella Ciao, which means a beautiful goodbye, is a famous partisan hymn of freedom and survival in hard times. Long before it was used to inspire fictional robbers on Netflix, it inspired real protesters during World War II, where it was used to rally the anti-fascist resistance in Italy. Being the most watched series in over 6 countries, it has inspired a lot of people besides its fans. People are seen in the iconic red jumpsuits and Dali masks in several protests in Lebanon, Iraq, France and Chile. Thanks for watching guys. Hope you liked it. Please support us by hitting like and subscribe, and do tell us your thoughts in the comments section below.